Greetings, Earthlings. It's your man, the machine here. Taking a quick break from playing Call of Duty, playing my video games. I wanted to talk to you about the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I won't take up a lot of your time because I'm a nobody. This is just my opinion. But as far as being founded, as far as a movement, Black Lives Matter, I believe, started off with good intentions. But having good intentions doesn't mean that it's going to work out the right way. What do I mean? Let's take a look at the Black Panther Party. Started off with good intentions. It was all about raising awareness for people of color in the neighborhoods, educating, and police reform. But what happened, they got infiltrated. Most of the leaders ended up dead or locked away for life or actually seeking asylum in other countries. Look up Bobby Seals, look up Huey P. Newton, research the Black Panther Party. Let's talk about Crips and Bloods. As organizations, these started off with good intentions. We all know the reputations that gangs have, but started off with protecting the neighborhood, started off with educating people, as far as in the neighborhood at least. But what happened? Crack was introduced into the neighborhoods. Let's not get into the conspiracy theory about how it got there, but crack was introduced into the neighborhoods, and we went from fighting to protect our neighborhoods and ourselves to fighting amongst each other over drug territory, over drug profits, plain and simple. So again, started off with good intentions. Black Lives Matter has good intentions. I believe as far as legislation, they're pushing for police reform. They're pushing for a lot of things that can benefit people in general. But the problem or the issue I have with Black Lives Matter, just like the Black Panther Party was infiltrated, brought down, the Crips and Bloods, as far as organizations, was brought down, Black Lives Matter seems to have been started for a specific reason, to push a specific agenda. Okay, so I would advise you as an individual to research movements before you start getting involved in them. One case in point, a friend of mine, Han Garza, brought up, if you research what happens to donations that are meant for Black Lives Matter, a lot of those donations don't end up going to the movement. They ended up being rerouted or used for something completely different. That's one thing. Also, again, I believe that this movement is a farce. I think it's meant to distract you from the real issue. I think it's meant to keep you angry so you don't think about things logically. And for that reason, I won't support it. As far as being a black man, I'm also part Filipino, also have Native American heritage as well. For that reason, I can't support Black Lives Matter, not just because of the title, but because the movement specifically seems to be focused on black lives being protected from the police. Now, it's true that we do have incidents that seem racially motivated when it comes to black people interacting with the police. Ahmaud Arbery was racially motivated, plain and simple. There's evidence to the fact. The George Floyd situation, my heart goes out to him, his family. It's a horrible thing, but not racially motivated. The issue in the George Floyd case was just abuse of power, not just because it's a huge deal, but the issue in totality with this civil war that's going on in the United States right now, it is not racial. The issue is systems that were put in place long ago, the holes are showing now. A lot of systems need to be reformed, including, of course, the police. The issue is not racial. In my belief, I think the issue is more economic than anything else. So again, because I'm of multicultural heritage, my kids are, I have friends that are Benoit, I have friends that are white, I have friends that are black, I have friends of all different types of backgrounds. The title itself, Black Lives Matter, it seems to exclude people when what we should be fighting for is to include people. So I'm not going to support a movement that seems to be focused on saying that only we as black people are targeted by the police. Growing up in California, you'll see it. Police attack or harass people of color, no matter what your background is. You could be black, Mexican, or Latino, Asian. It happens. So when it comes to Black Lives Matter, again, just to make my stance clear, I stand on this line where I will not support Black Lives Matter. It is not a movement for black lives, for black people. I think it's something that's meant to distract us from the real issues at hand. I support all lives matter. I support my black homies, my SA homies, my Asian homies. Now, again, it's just my opinion. It doesn't really matter in the long run. But all I wish for everyone out there really is just peace, love, and harmony. Try to get it the best way you know how. Until we cross paths again, mabuhay.